I gave a bunch of blood when I was down there for your podcast, and we're going to go over that. And I'm a little nervous, but
you're doing fine.
You're going to give me a life estimation?
Yeah, I'm not going to predict your life expectancy.
All right,
I've only done that once since I left that career, and that was for Dana White. But I will tell you how you're going to live a longer, healthier, happier life. Dude, you're not bad at all. You're not bad at all. And first off, when we look at blood work, I want to preface this by saying I'm not a physician. I'm not licensed to practice medicine. I don't want to give anybody medical advice. It's also important to just note for the podcast that a licensed physician did meet with you before the podcast. Dr. Carrie Sarda went through your blood. The recommendations I'm going to talk about are her recommendations, and she is a licensed to practice medicine. What I would prefer to do is talk about how do you read these? How do you interpret a lot of these numbers? What should people look for in their blood work? What should they be asking their doctor to look at? Blood work is excellent because blood gives you data. And it's hard to put any kind of actionable plan in place until you have data, right? And most people, when I talk to them, I speak at a lot of conferences, stage talks, podcasts, whatever. If you ask people what's more important, your business or your health, 99% of them will say my health. If you ask them what's more important to you, money or your health, your wellness, your well-being, they'll say my well-being, my health. But then when you really dig deep and you go, well, do you own your own business? Yeah. What did your business make last month? Oh, $622,000. So what was your net profit? $779,400. How many employees do you have? 17. What's your average revenue per employee? 58,400 per head. Okay. What's your hemoglobin A1C? Blank. Where's your testosterone? Blank. What's your vitamin D3 level? No idea. So you realize very quickly that while they think they prioritize their health, they really don't. People have been guilted, in my opinion, into thinking that being selfish, like putting themselves first, is very selfish. It's actually very selfless. I really encourage people, and I do this as a practice, to give yourself a certain time during the day. So for me, the first 90 minutes of every single day belongs only to me. It doesn't belong to my family. It doesn't belong to my spouse, my clients, my career, my partners, no one. It belongs only to me. After that 90 minutes, I give the rest of my day away. So I really cater to my wife. I cater to my kids. I cater to my business, my clients. I have a lot of private clients, and I really pour myself into them. But my staff knows that all of my meetings and travel get scheduled around sleep and exercise. Well, I didn't get here today until 10 o'clock this morning, but I got up at 6:30 this morning. I flew in last night at a decent hour so I could get decent sleep. So I prioritize my meetings and travel around sleep and exercise, and always the first 90 minutes of my day belongs to me. This morning I did some breath work. I got some sunlight. I ate a really good breakfast, and I went down to the gym and got a 60-minute workout at the gym. I think if people just made that one shift in their life, because and veterans, for some reason, are especially prone to this. It's called caregiver syndrome. It's where they prioritize the needs of everybody else in their life ahead of their needs. And I think this might stem from the training, where when I'm certain in SEAL training, and I don't pretend to have any view into that, but very myopically, if you're thinking about the needs of your comrades first, and they're thinking about your needs first, that's an excellent recipe for survival. But in the real world, we have to prioritize ourselves. And putting yourself first is not selfish. It's very selfless. And so the best place to start is with the blood work, right? Because what's not in your blood is somebody else's opinion. And if you ask an opinion about why you're not sleeping, why you have weight gain, water retention, depression, anxiety, poor sleep, any number of things, you're going to get 1,000 different opinions. This will only tell one story. It will only give you a fact pattern.